each direction. They will spread out. They will bump into each other again. ပြန်တိုက်မိမယ် ပြန် spread out ဖြစ်မယ် ပြန်တိုက်မိမယ် ပြန် spread out ဖြစ်မယ် အဲ့လိုလုပ်ရင်းနဲ့ the water molecules, the gas molecules, they move from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentration down the concentration gradient. All right. And the next thing you guys need to know are the diffusion process. It is a passive movement. How energy movement. Okay. Movement about yo-yo diffusion osmosis active transport osmosis active transport now binding any active transport movement energy process osmosis to diffusion or energy molecules naturally high concentration low concentration go move out to gas particles liquid particles solution gas particles kinetic energy kinetic energy diffusion rate now the solution it is formed when you dissolve the solute in the solvent. Okay, solute and solvent mixed together you will get a solution. So yeah, I guess that was the stuff that I mentioned last class. Today we will look at the factors that affect diffusion. Diffusion diffusion or factors we will look at those together. Okay. So factors that affect diffusion. The first factor is the distance molecules have to travel. Okay, distance molecules have to travel. Molecules now distance solution diffusion rate distance diffusion rate so let's compare two cases. Okay, one cell sheet, another cell sheet. This cell cell membrane the love tree. Okay, now cell the cell membrane the love sheet. So the molecule type oxygen molecules at the end, cell attended when both the cell membrane will pass through the mazoin cell membrane will be your thick the solution cell membrane it's thinner. Okay, so oxygen molecule cell at the end, cell attended when both the solution will be your travel distance will be your greater than this case. Error diffusion solution diffusion is lower. Diffusion is faster. Oxygen molecules at the end a tail when distance got the solution the root distance got the root distance distance molecules have to travel solution diffusion rate distance travel diffusion rate okay, so I'll write it down here. The shorter the distance, the shorter the distance molecules have to travel, the faster the diffusion rate. Okay, so this is the first factor that influence the diffusion rate. So I am at distance diffusion rate Okay. So the second factor got values or concentration gradient. Concentration gradient got a steep illusion. Concentration gradient, but concentration gradient is the difference between the two concentrations. Talaibarota region A, Dimaga region B. Okay. So region A ma solution oxygen molecules ya okay, oxygen molecules ya region B ma oxygen molecules ya so this is the first case. Deuxième case got the lomu. Region A ma oxygen molecules theyများတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ဒီမှာလောက်မများဘူး okay the first case မှာလောက်မများဘူး so ဒီလောက်ရှိတယ် region B မှာက oxygen molecules တွေက region A နဲ့သိပ်မကွာဘူး region A ထက်တော့နည်းနည်းနည်းပဲဒါပေမဲ့သိပ်မကွာဘူးဒီမှာရှင်းလိုက်လို့ရှိရင် the difference in the concentration from here to here က it is more than the difference in the concentration from here to here okay so dima quiet diffusion concentration got dima quiet concentration so we see that there is a steeper concentration gradient here okay steeper concentration gradient dima solution less steep concentration gradient. Concentration gradient is about your so region the kuma concentration below around measure the concentration gradient. The region the kuma solution concentration region A mass oxygen molecules a region B mass that we met the case mass solution not big your concentration difference that big your our concentration gradient yes stigma so diffusion got concentration gradient got steeply diffusion rate got will be okay so the steeper the concentration gradient the steeper the concentration gradient the faster the diffusion rate solution the case one solution concentration gradient got steep your particles oxygen molecules diffuse region B diffuse region A မှာတော့တိတ်မကွာတော့ region A မှာတိတ်မကွာတော့တိတ်ပြီးတော့ diffuseလုပ်တဲ့ speed ကမြန်မာမဟုတ်ဘူး all right so you guys စာလေးကိုတစ်ချက်ပြီးမယ်နော်ပြီးသွားလို့ရှိရင် let me know in the chat Okay, so far Linda and Clara. Alright guys, so I think the video will be there. I'll wait for like 2 more minutes now. 10, 24 or 25 love generation. We will move to the next part. Yes, no, I think it's not. Yes, that is correct. The bigger the difference between the two regions, the steeper the concentration gradient is gonna be. Okay, so yeah, I guess most of you guys are done with this. So we will look at the third factor that influence the diffusion rate, and that is the surface area. Okay, so surface area. Some of the membranes, some cells, they have membranes that are folded. Membranes တွေက folded ဖြစ်တဲ့အခါကျတော့ surface area က increase ဖြစ်သွားတယ် surface area ကများလေလေ diffusion rate ကမြင့်လေလေပဲ okay so for example mitochondria တို့ဘာလို့ရဲ့ inner membrane ကိုကြည့်မယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်အရင် folded ဖြစ်တယ် folded ဖြစ်တော့ surface area များတယ် surface area များတော့ substances တွေအများကြီးတခါတည်း diffuse လုပ်နိုင်တယ် so ဒီလို substances တွေအများကြီးဝင်တဲ့အခါမှာ diffusion rate က increase ဖြစ်တယ် okay so surface area က the larger the surface area the more molecules can cross by diffusion, and so we foster the diffusion rate. Diffusion rate. So you guys got the show the college and cells force the she so me go blue movie so all right. So the cell your bones me cell your bones you guys got the membrane full to kidney so make what below me so what is the adaptive feature of the cell wall allow me below so the cell force the force the surface area increase surface area increase substances the cell diffusion rate increase all right. So that is for surface area. The last one got temperature. Okay, factor now we are looking at the fourth one, temperature. Temperature, how does it affect the diffusion rate? Well, temperature increase pollution, molecules they gain more kinetic energy. Kinetic energy molecules move faster today. The collide the collision rate increase the speed that they move increase the more quickly they will spread out, and therefore diffusion rate increase. Okay, so the higher the temperature, increase in temperature it will cause the molecules to move faster. Okay, molecules temperature increase the raw kinetic energy they collide more often. I think chemistry you guys could then be right. They collide more often. Error, they will spread out more, and then the diffusion rate increase temperature decrease so in molecules they will gain less kinetic energy, they will diffuse more slowly, they will collide less often, and diffusion rate so decrease all right. So you guys start let me Okay, so far Nata, Bibi, Teresa, Diri, Aura, Kara, and thanks. And Ira. Okay, so I guess I'll wait for maybe 1 or 2 more minutes now. After that, I'll move to the last session. All right, Daniel, I didn't see your message earlier. I'll explain. So the thing is, when the temperature increase, okay, temperature increase resolution, there is more heat energy in the surrounding. Okay, temperature increase resolution, it gets hotter. All right, so heat energy, heat energy, particles, okay, particles, yeah, gas molecules, liquid molecules, solid molecules, sorry, solid particles, the heat energy, so you like the karma. All right, heat energy, so you like the karma. The kinetic energy now, heat energy, so you like they convert it into kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is about your movement energy, okay. So the champion temperature increase pollution, surrounding heat energy surrounding heat energy molecules the heat energy so you like the heat energy or kinetic energy kinetic energy or movement energy okay. So the movement energy the molecule move around okay. Molecules move low မယ်ပြီးတော့အရင်ကသူတို့တွေကတစ်ခုနဲ့တစ်ခုကတိုက်မယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်အခုကပိုတိုက်ကြတယ်တစ်ခုနဲ့တစ်ခုကပိုလွတ်တာရပိုမြင်လာတော့တစ်ခုနဲ့တစ်ခုကလည်းပိုတိုက်လာမယ်ပိုတိုက်လိုက်တဲ့အခါမှာ molecules တွေကပိုပြီးတော့ spread out ဖြစ်သွားမယ်အဓိကပိုမြင် move လာလေပိုပြီးတော့ greater distance ကို travel လုပ်လာလေအဲ့ဒါကြောင့်လို့ဒီ molecules တွေက they spread out further and the fusion rate ကပိုပြီးတော့မြင့်သွားတယ် okay ဒါပေမဲ့ဒီအပိုင်းက actually it's chemistry နဲ့ဆိုင်တယ်အဲ့တော့ you guys ဒီအပိုင်းကိုသိမရှင်းလို့ရှိရင်လည်း that's all right အဓိကသိဖို့လိုတာက temperature ပိုများလာနေတယ် particles တွေကပိုပြီးတော့မြင် move လုပ်တယ်ပိုမြင် move လိုက်တဲ့အခါမှာ they spread out further အဝေးကိုပိုပြီးတော့သွားတယ်ပိုပြီးတော့ spread out ဖြစ်သွားတယ်ပိုပြန့်သွားတယ်ပိုပြန့်သွားတော့ diffusion rate ကလည်းပိုမြင့်သွားတယ် okay Daniel do you understand what I mean
Yes, I understand now.
all right so the solution in we will look at what is it the rule of water okay water So water it is known as the universal solvent လို့ခေါ်တယ် Okay, universal solvent. So first of all, what is a solvent? Solvent ကဘာလဲဆိုတော့ the substances တွေကိုပျော်အောင်လုပ်ပေးတဲ့ liquid ကို solvent လို့ခေါ်တယ် Okay, solvent က it has the ability. Solvent is the substance with the ability to dissolve solids. For example, she will sa sorry, sa ကို she ထဲထည့်လိုက်လို့ရှိရင် sa က she ထဲကိုပျော်သွားတယ်မလား she က sa ကိုပျော်အောင်လုပ်သွားနိုင်တာမို့လို့ she ကို solvent လို့ခေါ်တယ် solvent က solid တွေကိုပျော်အောင်လုပ်နိုင်တဲ့ပျော်ဆိုတာပျော်သွားတာเนาะ not be happy one ပျော်သွားအောင်လုပ်နိုင်တဲ့substances တွေကို we call them solvent လို့ခေါ်တယ် so ဘာကြောင့် water က universal solvent ဖြစ်တာလဲဘာကြောင့်လဲဆိုတော့ cytoplasm က it is about 75% made up of water. Okay, cytoplasm ရဲ့ 75% က it is water. 75% of cytoplasm. Okay, 75% of cytoplasm is water. အဲဒါကြောင့် water အရင်အရေးကြီးတယ် water ကမရှိလို့ရှိရင် cytoplasm ကလည်း jelly like substance ဖြစ်မှာမဟုတ်ဘူး cytoplasm ထဲမှာလည်း chemical reactions တွေလုပ်လို့ရမှာမဟုတ်ဘူးနောက်တစ်ချက်ဘာသိဖို့လိုလဲဆိုတော့ chemical reactions တွေဖြစ်ဖို့အတွက် water ကမဖြစ်မနေလို့ပဲ water မရှိလို့ရှိရင် cell စီမှာ chemical reactions တွေကဖြစ်နိုင်မှာမဟုတ်ဘူးမဖြစ်နိုင်လို့ရှိရင် the cell က function မလုပ်နိုင်တော့ okay so water is needed for chemical reactions to take place. Yeah, the next important thing about water it is needed for digestion and excretion. Okay, excrete လုပ်ဖို့အတွက်ကလည်း water ကိုလိုအပ်တယ်အသေးစိတ်တော့သိရအောင်လို့ပါ Okay, water is needed for digestion and excretion. Now to check out substances they dissolve people for example blood to baroma solution. Wait, for transport substances to travel from one place to another, they need to be dissolved in water. Okay, they need to be dissolved in water. So substances တွေကရေထဲမှာပျော်ပြီးတော့မှပဲသူတို့ကတနေရာကနေတနေရာကို transported ဖြစ်သွားမှာအဲဒါကြောင့်မို့ water က is very important for the transport substances ပစ္စည်းတစ်ခုကတနေရာကနေနောက်တနေရာကိုသွားဖို့အတွက်သူတို့ကအရင်ဆုံးရေထဲမှာပျော်ဖို့လိုတယ်ဒီထဲမှာပျော်ပြီးတော့မှသူတို့တွေကxylem နေနဲ့ပဲဖြစ်ဖြစ် phloem နေနဲ့ပဲဖြစ်ဖြစ်သူတို့က will be transported from one place to another. Okay, so some of them are below method. So what are the rules of water method? Rules of water the sheer points legal there points could be. Okay, water digestion excretion transport materials they dissolve people cytoplasm 75% made up of water chemical reactions they people they really need water. Okay, so you guys the water rules for you to check out women, huh? Will be questions in the beginning. I'll give you guys like a let's say around 7 minutes break. Or like I don't know. You guys Google that you guys might need. Okay. 10:50 I'll give the questions. Okay, you can take a short break. Okay, 10:50 ကြာရင်ဒါနဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ questions တွေကို I'll write it down for you. All right, Julia, your question. No, sorry, I didn't see it earlier. So water is needed for excretion because there are many different ways of excretion. For example, when you sweat, you're basically removing the water from your skin. When you pee, then it is a mixture of water and urine. Okay, so if there is a very high concentration of, sorry, I said urine, not your, I meant urea. So your urine, your pee, it is a mixture of water by ပြီးသွားလို့ရှိရင် urea တွေပါတယ်ပြီးရင်တခြား waste ဖြစ်တဲ့ salts တွေပါတယ် so once again water is an important component of the urine, and urine when it is released out of the body, it is an example of excretion. The next thing indigestion မှာဆိုလို့ရှိရင် indigestion မှာဆိုလို့ရှိရင် the water it's needed for the chemical reactions in digestion to take place, because substances digest they need enzymes တွေလိုအပ်တယ်အဲ့ဒါကြီးကတော့ later chapters မှာသင်ရမှာပေါ့ enzymes တွေလိုအပ်တယ်ပြီးသွားလို့ရှိရင် chemical reactions တိုင်းမှာက water is needed to some degree အတွက်လိုတယ်ဆိုတော့အစာတွေချက်ဖို့က enzymes တွေရဲ့ water molecules တွေလိုအပ်တယ်အဲ့ဒါတစ်ကြောင်းဒုတိယတစ်ကြောင်းကဘာလဲဆိုတော့ the undigested food တွေက large intestine ထဲရောက်လို့ရှိရင် useful water တွေကဒီ undigested food ကနေပြင်ပြီးတော့စုပ်ယူတယ် undigested food ကနေပြန်စုပ်ယူလိုက်တဲ့အခါမှာ once again water becomes an important component of the digestion process လို့ပြောလို့ရမှာပေါ့ပြီးရင်နောက်တစ်ကြောင်းက oh my god I'm losing my voice now the jama bale so when you are like chewing the food, okay, chewing the food solution, you need sometimes you drink water so that the food becomes softer, or sometimes your food go out and mixes with the saliva so that it becomes softer and so that it can easily be digested. So you use water. So yeah, there are various uses of water. Yeah, now by now, a basic thing but for now, know that digestion it is a chemical process. Water you are losing extra waters to large intestine absorb it. Excretion urine it is basically water plus urea plus other waste products or water it is needed to, how do I say, it is needed for urea, which is a waste product, to be dissolved so that it can be easily excreted out of the body. Okay, for now I just remember it like that. All right, and we could say that excretion and metabolism is basically the chemical reactions taking place in our body. Right? Digestion, there are many type of chemical reactions. Excretion, solution, there are also some type of chemical reactions. So rather than including it in metabolism, we could say that metabolism is involved in digestion and in excretion. Okay. Oh my god, I'm losing my voice. So Julia, if you guys need more clarification, let me know. No? And now we will move to the next part. Now I'll write down some questions on the board that I want you guys to answer. Okay.
Interrupted listening.
All right, guys. So answer these 3 questions now. If you guys are done, you can send me the answers either in the Zoom chat or on Messenger. All right. If there is something that you don't understand, let me know as well. The first one got fill in the blank. Now you have to use the words from here to fill in these blanks. No, Nota. I meant you will have to, they're not the heading. You use these words to fill in the blank. Instead of circling everything individually, I just, underline the whole thing to refer to as these words will be like that. You filled these in. That was what I meant. Also, Julia, in case you're interested, I'll write down the uses of water in digestion. Oh, sorry, I'll write down clearly in words. So I said we need water in digestion because it helps soften the food. The saliva in our mouth from the salivary glands, they are produced in order to make the food softer so that we can easily chew it and we could easily swallow it. Anyway, water ကလည်းခန္ဓာကိုယ်ရဲ့ digestive system ရောက်သွားတဲ့အခါမှာ if the food is very hard, it is difficult for the food to be digested. So we need food to be soft. So we use water. Okay, water is needed to soften the food. And like I said, water is needed for chemical reactions. Digestion is a type of chemical, digestion solution. It involves many chemical reaction which breaks down the food. So it's needed for chemical reactions that break food down. Food. Okay, that is water. I presented it. If you want to make a note of it, you can. Huh? All right, you're welcome. Also, I'll write down for excretion, but then I don't have space. So I'll write it down after that. Huh? All right, I think BY Plano, I'll check your answers. Yes, question 1ကအကုန်ပဲနော် Yes, the second one ကလည်းအကုန်ပဲနဲ့ great work. All right, great work နော် Kara. So just wait for your friends. All right. Now I'll check your work. Nata, I think you forgot to write the last one, but then it's okay, but the rest are all correct. Now you forgot to write down the answer for this. Yes, the rest are all correct. Very good, Nata. And yes, Nata, that's correct. All right, I'll check your answer now. All right, that's okay, no worries. All right, question 3. It's this is for digestion. You should like talk about how water is needed for chemical reactions. So cytoplasm, not 75% made up of water. This is just digestion, but notes extra notes will be like that. Yeah. So I think evaluation. Let's see. This also question. External saya po muna, no? And wait, I think I received another question. Yes, Nata, saliva is basically water with some chemicals mixed together. Okay. It's water mixed with the chemicals and enzymes are needed to digest the food. All right, Suravati, all your answers are correct now. Great work. And now I'll check Ira's work. Give me one moment. All right, Ira, ako na na. Great. All right, Dewey, I will check your work now. PYR Dewey, let's see. I wonder if there's anything else to give you. No, PYR Dewey, I will give another work after this. All right, so yeah, Dewey, good job. Not a comment. So PYR Dewey, you guys you guys can do this. No, I'll send the question. Daniel, temperature you just have to say temperature increase ဖြစ်ရင် particles ကမြန်မြန်လှုပ်ရှားတာမို့လို့ diffusion မြန်တယ်အဲ့ဒါပြောရင်ငါ့ကိုသိတာ Daniel အရင် ခက်ခက်ခဲခဲစဉ်းစားကြအောင် All right, what you should answer no temperature. All right, Julia, all right. All right, Cassie, that's okay, no worries. So yeah, guys, for the ones who have finished Japanese, I cannot find questions. The level of here. So you guys got cannot your friends to somehow, no? Because I don't think there is anything to give yet. And Julia, I will check your work now, okay? And yeah, Julia, great work. All your answers are correct. And then I think the next person got 20 yet. That's all right. Let's see. Okay, correct. All right, so everything is fine, huh? And then think. Let's look at yours. All right, thank great work as well. So I think that I'll check the UI internet. If my BDA you guys Salomon, no? You are looking at your book. BDA you are I will write this on the board that I want you guys to answer. Hopefully it makes sense. So I think, oh my God. Okay, so this into the cell on the name on ways yes that diffuses out of the cell into the okay ပြီးရလူရဒီမိကုန်းနှစ်ခုဖြေမယ်နော်အဖြေကလေ screen chat ထဲမှာပဲရေးချင်ရေးလို့ရတယ် alright တူတူလေးပဲပေါ့လေ No, not that. That's okay. The textbook that I gave Gary, it is the only online book that I saw. The other books, I don't know why. I think we have to buy them. So I didn't find any free PDFs. Any textbook the topics they're a bit different from the textbook that I'm using, but then the content is still the same. If there are some pages where you think there are like differences, send them to me so that I can tell so I'll tell it again. All right. Yeah, that textbook and the textbook that I'm using right now, it's a bit different. That's why. I don't teach everything in like a fixed order. I like organize the chapters on my own a bit. There might be some differences. So if there's anything you're unclear with, just send me the picture of the textbook. Okay, and then the textbook pages, and then I'll help you out with what you need. And yes, Julia and Kara, your answers are correct. So for you guys, I'll write down one more question. Yes, Sulawati, that's correct. Or that's correct. Ira, that's correct. Alright guys, so di na po after these two questions, that'll be it for today. Okay. Alright, or your answer is correct, Darimete. You forgot to add just one important detail. More diffusion of what? Okay, base substances, yeah, will be or diffuse and could be your respiration, but talk any substance not okay. Yes, that is correct, Aura. And yeah, Kara, that is correct as well. But it is not just that, it's not just the gas. There is also another molecule that will diffuse in so that respiration can take place. Kara, can you think of the other molecule? And Aura, because you are done late, you are dismissed now, no? Or questions machine solution, you can leave if you want. The rest of you guys can tally will be online, huh? And think yes, it's correct. All right, that's it. Julia got. Yes, Julia, it's very well written. That's correct. No? That's all right. That's all right. No worries. Yes, Kara, that's correct. So yeah, Kara, you are also done, Sura. If you want to leave, you can leave now. No, you're dismissed. Yes, yeah, that's correct. One is correct. Yes, Sulawati, your answer is great. Correct. So you're dismissed now, no, if you want to leave and if you don't have any questions. And Daniel, I think you sent me the answer, right? My VPN disconnected to the canal.
Yes.
So I
Okay.
will check it for you. Yes, Julia, bye-bye, and you're welcome. So yeah, the ones who want to leave, you can leave now. We only have 4 minutes left. So if you don't have any questions, yeah, you can take it for homework. Double if you want. Okay. And now, Daniel, I will check your answer now. Yes, Daniel, that's correct, but it will be better to say more substances more glucose and oxygen specific to that.
Oh,
Okay?
okay. More glucose and oxygen.
oxygen what all right so Daniel if you want to leave your dismiss now bye Daniel I'll check yours now yes bye Sule what do you yes Joe the last one got mitochondria စီမှာ fold အရင်များတော့ surface area က increase ဖြစ်သွားတယ် okay so surface area increase ဖြစ်တဲ့အခါမှာ diffusion rate ကမြင့်တယ် surface area များတော့ diffusion rate က increase ဖြစ်မယ် mitochondria က respiration လုပ်ဖို့အတွက်ဘာရေလိုအပ်တာလဲ oxygen လိုအပ်တယ် glucose လိုအပ်တယ်အဲ့တော့ surface area များရင် oxygen ရဲ့ glucose တွေကမြန် diffuse in လုပ်နိုင်တယ်အဲ့တော့ mitochondria ကကောင်းကောင်း respiration လုပ်လို့ရတယ်ဘုံမြတ်နားလေလား all right so yeah ဘုံမြတ်ပြန်လာရတော့အပေါ်မှန်တယ် so you're dismissed all right have a good day and see you next week all right you too yes bye no not that you're thinking too deeply what I mean the diffusion it doesn't require energy meaning to move from one place to another okay to move from one place to another it goes very naturally so energy is not needed in the case of active transports where process line up active transport solution တနေရာကနေနောက်တနေရာသွားဖို့အတွက် energy လိုအပ်တယ် energy တွေကဘယ်လိုကနေရလဲဆိုတော့ mitochondria ကနေတစ်ဆင့် energy ရတယ် okay so active transport လို process ကတနေရာကနေတနေရာသွားဖို့အတွက် energy လိုပဲဒါပေမဲ့အဲ့ဒါနောက်ကျရင်အသေးစိတ်သိရမယ် diffusion ကြတော့တနေရာကနေနောက်တနေရာသွားဖို့အတွက် energy မလိုဘူးအဲ့ဒါတစ်ကြောင်းဒုတိယတစ်ကြောင်းက what you got confused ကwhich is called but when it comes to temperature which is converted into kinetic energy အဲ့ဒါဘာလို့ solution လဲဆိုတော့ဒီ particles တွေက okay particles တွေက temperature များလို့ရှိရင်သူတို့ရဲ့အထဲမှာကသူတို့ they have energy okay particles တွေကသူတို့အထဲမှာ they have the energy already inside အဲ့ဒါကြောင့်မို့သူတို့ကအရင်ကထက်ပိုမြန်လှုပ်ရှားနိုင်တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ energy မရှိလေ they will still move ဒါပေမဲ့ energy ရှိတော့အရင်ကထက်ပိုမြန်လှုပ်ရှားနိုင်တာ energy မရှိတဲ့ particles တွေလည်း they will still be able to move ဘာကြောင့်လဲဆိုတော့ it's a natural process active transport ကြတော့ဘာကြောင့် energy လိုလဲဆိုတော့ဒီမှာ I will explain it လို့ explain လို့ active transport လို့ဖို့အတွက်က okay diffusion solution ဒီတိုင်းတနေရာနေနောက်တနေရာ ACC transport လုပ်မယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ active transport solution တနေရာနေနောက်တနေရာကို transport လုပ်ဖို့အတွက် protein စီလိုပဲ okay protein စီလိုပဲဒီ protein တွေက energy ရမှ protein စီရဲ့ပုံစံကပြောင်းပြီးတော့ substances တွေကိုအထဲကိုဝင်ခိုင်းမှာ it's like this အရင်တော့ protein စီကဒီပုံစံဖြစ်နေရနော်ဒါပေမဲ့သူတို့က energy ရတဲ့အခါမှာသူတို့ကပုံစံလေးပြောင်းသွားတယ်ပုံစံလေးပြောင်းပြီးတော့ substance ကိုအထဲကိုဝင်ခိုင်းတယ်ဆိုတော့ဒီ proteins တွေပုံစံပြောင်းဖို့အတွက်က energy လိုတယ်အဲ့ဒါကြောင့်မို့ active transport is an energy requiring process diffusion ကြတော့ဘာ proteins မှမလိုဘူးသူတို့ကဒီတိုင်းကို naturally move from one place to another အဲ့ဒါကြောင့်မို့ proteins တွေမလိုဘူး proteins တွေကိုပြောင်းဖို့အတွက် energy လည်းမလိုဘူး and therefore we say that it is a passive process okay I think it will become clearer when you learn about active transport but for now don't get confused with the kinetic energy which is just the energy inside the particles ရဲ့အကုန်လုံးထဲမှာ energy ကတော့ရှိပြီးသား energy ပုံများရင်တော့ပုံမြန်လို့ move ဖြစ်တာ move လုပ်နိုင်တာမှန်တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ diffusion က protein စီမလို့အတော့သူက it's not an energy requiring process okay and yes Ira your answer is correct theory I will explain this again so the mitochondria မှာက force တွေအများကြီးရှိတယ် force တွေအများကြီးရှိတော့ဘာဖြစ်လဲဆိုတော့ surface area increase ဖြစ်တယ် force တွေများတော့ surface area က increase ဖြစ်တယ် surface area increase ဖြစ်တဲ့အခါကျရင်ဒီ respiration လုပ်ဖို့အတွက် oxygen တို့ glucose တို့ကဒီ mitochondria ထဲကိုမြန်နဲ့အများကြီးတစ်ခါတည်း diffuse လုပ်နိုင်တယ်။အဲ့ဒါကြောင့်မလို့ respiration rate ကမြန်သွားတယ်။ Okay so ပြန်ပြောမယ်နော် surface area များလို့ရှိရင် oxygen molecules တွေ glucose molecules ကအများကြီး mitochondria ထဲကို diffuse လုပ်နိုင်တယ်။ Therefore it results in greater respiration. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, teacher. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. And for Nautaka, I will remind me, okay, I'm pretty forgetful and I have lots of like classes today. So remind me if I will send you the difference between active transport and diffusion and why diffusion doesn't need energy. It might be complicated for you to understand because you still haven't learned about diffusion yet, but then I'll maybe send you some notes so that you can do some further reading. Okay? So yeah, guys. I'll check your work now. Yes, all your answers are correct. Great work now. And then the next person got, oh yeah, Catherine got send me the answers when you're free. No, I have to get going now, so I'll leave now. Okay, bye-bye guys. Have a good evening. Good day, and see you next week. All right.
Teacher.
All right.
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye.